Hi, and welcome to Diane's Video Minute. Today I'm going to show you how to clean the inside area of a bobbin case and the feed dogs on a Babylock Destiny 2 machine. First of all, we're going to need two tools here. We're going to need a lint brush that comes in your accessory tray along with a screwdriver. I'm going to use an optional screwdriver because it's a little easier for me to use, and I'll show you that in just a second how this is going to work. First, we're going to do is take off the foot. Just want to get this out of the way. There's a little lever in the back of the shank here, and all you want to do is push it towards you, and that foot comes right off. I'm just going to slide it out of the way. Next, we're going to do is take off the bobbin cover. There's a little lever to the right of the bobbin cover. All I'm going to do is slide it the bobbin cover to the right of the machine, and if you notice, that cover comes up and out of the play. I'm just going to pull it up off the machine, and we're going to pull that out of the way. Then I'm going to do is pull the bobbin out. Now we're going to come to the part where we need to get the bobbin plate off. And all you want to do is put your hands on top of the plate. I'm going to slide it towards me. And if you notice on the screen, it says there is no needle plate cover. So there's a sensor in here that tells us that this is that it's unengaged. So we're just going to take that off, and we're going to slide that to the side also. Now what you're going to do is take your lint brush, and we're going to take out this bobbin case right out of the machine, and we're going to do is take the lint brush, we're going to clean the inside of it, and of course we're going to clean the behind it also. Then we want to do is get into the machine, and we want to try to get as much lint out as possible. You should be doing this. This is a quick cleaning. See, notice there's a little thread in there. This is a quick cleaning that you want to do after pretty much your day of sewing or after a really big heavy project. Now, if you want to do a full cleaning, and I recommend that doing this full cleaning probably after every 8 hours either of sewing or embroidery. This is where this optional screwdriver comes in, and what we're going to do is we want to just kind of get those screws to come up a little bit off of the we need to take the stitch plate off. So this screwdriver works a little better for me. As you can see, I can use the screwdriver and then use my fingers. Be careful you don't lose your screws. They become very small on the carpet if you did lose those, okay? So all I'm going to do is unscrew the screws so I can remove the stitch plate, okay? And as I do that, there we go, there's another screw off. And now I'm going to do is going to just lift this stitch plate off of the machine. Okay, so now I want to do is clean the upper part of that stitch plate and of course the bottom part of the stitch plate. And we want to remove all the lint and any dirt that may come onto the stitch plate. Then what we'd like to do is we want to clean the inside of the feed dogs. This is your feed dogs here. You want to try to get as much lint or all the lint out as possible, okay? Your thread cutter's in this area, so you want to kind of clean the lint, and don't be alarmed if you see some threads caught in there. That's what the thread cutter does. It cuts all your threads. So you just want to kind of walk around and see if there's any kind of threads around or any kind of lint around, and you just want to kind of clean that whole area out. Once we've done with that, we can start putting everything back in. Again, I'm going to start with my stitch plate, and I'm just going to notice there's holes here, and I want to line the holes up to the holes, and then we're going to go ahead and start with putting those screws back in. I tend to use my fingers first to try to just get those screws in there to the best of I can, okay? You do not need to tighten these screws very tight. You want to make sure you're able to get the stitch plate off easier next time when you, again, after 8 hours of sewing, you want to make sure that we can get this stitch plate off. You want to make it easy for yourself. Okay, now all I'm going to do is get this in there and get these screws in there. I'm almost there. Give me 1 second. There we go. No, again, not too tight. Now we're ready for the bobbin case. This machine comes with 3 bobbins, and if you notice, there is a little white triangle here, and you want to line up the triangle to the little white dot that's in the machine. Can you see that? So all 3 bobbin cases go in. You want to line up the arrow to the dot, and it's as easy as that. Okay, next we want to put the bobbin plate cover back on. Now some of us have a little trouble with that, so what I like to do is I like this to put the plate right on there, and then I'll slide the plate towards the back of the machine. Once that's engaged in there, okay, and all you do is my hands are, oh, there we go. Once I know that that is into position, notice that little message has gone away with the sad face, and that's what you want. So once that goes away, you know that this is back into the position. Now we're ready to put our bobbin back in. And again, when you put the bobbin in, you want the thread to come off at a clockwise motion. I like to hold the bobbin into place to make sure I'm getting in all those tensions. I don't tend to cut the thread until I get my bobbin cover on, and I just have to put that in. Now again, there's a little tooth here, and you want to kind of get it into the little hole on the left side. So you pop it into position there. You just snap it into place. That's when I cut my threads, and now I'm ready to sew. Thanks for joining me, and happy sewing.